Hey guys, how's it going? Calder North Coast Constrictors. Well, it's the weekend. I'm about to feed some retics inside that black bucket over there. I've got some rabbits and some jumbo rats. Now, don't really like doing feeding videos, okay? A lot of guys do feeding videos, especially live feeding videos, to get likes, to get followers, subscribers, and people are fascinated by snakes eating and grabbing prey, especially big constrictors. However, the reason I've done a few of these, but I do it for educational purposes. Firstly, I don't ever feed my retics live. The rabbits are bought, prepared, they're frozen, pre-packed, vacuum packed. Buy them from a breeder. They are humanely euthanized for feeding snakes. I don't do it myself. I buy it from someone. And then also, I've seen quite a lot of YouTube videos where guys, major YouTube celebrities, where they are feeding their retics and holding the rabbit, and the retic comes launching out of the enclosure and bites the rabbit and constricts it. I've actually seen some where they've missed and actually bitten the breeder. So the purpose of my video today, guys, is to show you the correct, ethical, safe, as far as possible way to feed a retic. It doesn't always go according to plan, even though I'm going to be feeding with these big tongs here and gripping the rodent, rabbit, marsupial, whatever, and offering it to the snake. Sometimes they get so overexcited. I mean, they can smell, like all my other snakes now, they're all going to get fed as well, the doom rolls, boas and whatnot. I can see them on the other side. The scent is going through. You can see the other snakes going up and down. They launch sometimes out of the enclosure, sometimes down at your feet and so on and so forth. And it can get a little bit tricky, especially when they latch on and they don't want to let go. So, there's a certain amount of you got to do it properly. Sometimes I haven't got it right, and they've bitten on and grabbed the stick and the hook and coiled around and whatnot. But let's hope this goes smoothly. First of all, one of the things we do is we make sure that we are feeding at the correct temperature, okay? Because these were frozen thawed. They've been defrosting. They have been defrosting in water, hot water, for a couple of hours. It takes a long time to defrost a rabbit. Okay, so we're going to start off. We've got 2 rabbits here. Now, I like to keep them a bit wet. I know a lot of guys like to feed their snakes dry, but I like to feed them wet because they get some hydration in there. Right, 38 degrees, 35, 33. Okay, so that's perfect. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start off with this girl at the bottom here. I'm going to try and do it in a way. She's the biggest. I'm going to try and do it in a way. So I grab the rabbit like this, shaking off any excess water. And then I'm going to open up here on the other side. And I'm going to offer just a little bit of water there. Now we'll see. Okay, now she can sense her. See, I'm holding it far away. There we go, and she's got it. Now, what I'll do, giving it a bit of a shake. So what she does is she thinks that she's actually fighting a live prey. All right, now she's got it. She's slightly outside the enclosure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in like that. Close up her door and let her enjoy her meal. The next girl to get fed is going to be this girl over here. She's a purple albino golden child. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring the camera a little bit closer so we can get a better view. All right. So she's a feisty one, this. And there we go. Well, nice safe distance away. And see, there we go. Give it a bit of a shake. And get a good grip on it, nice coil on it. And we leave it. Close the door. Seal it. And now we're going to move on to this girl. Okay, now this girl here, I don't have a rabbit for her, but she's going to eat two nice big rats. Okay, I'm going to feed them to her one at a time, but what I'm going to do, sorry guys, I'm out of the camera. I'm going to feed her one. I've run out of rabbits. My supplier didn't have any for me today, so I only had the last 2 rabbits left. I'll give them to the 2 biggest retics. So this girl here, I'm going to feed her 2 large rats. We'll do it. Bring that camera up a little bit. She's been very, very hungry. Oh, we must get a nice shot over there. There we go. We don't want to mess around with that too much. Big girl, lavender albino, 100% het genetic stripe. And while she is consuming her first rodent, I'm going to move on and feed those guys over there. Be back in a second. Okay, so we got to these guys now. These are my motley purple albino het titaniums. Just drive through it a little bit. They definitely this one might need a little bit of coaxing out here. There we go. Just want to try and get it a little bit closer to the camera. I don't like to tease them, but right. Well, she's gonna eat down that side, and I'm not gonna bother misting up over there. This one here, we'll see now. See. Let's see here. Take one. Maybe it's just a little bit wet for her. That's why I've got a towel here. Might even be getting a little bit cold for her. But yeah, they're still warm. Just trying to get her to. It's a rat. Very strange because she normally eats like these guys eat like beasts. They very, very rarely refuse a meal. Now we've got our Kratos over here. Now this guy's crazy. All right, come Kratos, come. All right, well, She's coming back for another look. Maybe we'll give her a different rodent. Shake off all that excess water. She's getting ready now. Try and jiggle it around, make it seem as... Oh, there we go. And she's got it. Okay, so give it a shake. Boom, boom, boom. Close the enclosure. All right. Right, so there's old Kratos over there. He needs a rat. Shake it off. Get as much water off as I can. And we'll try and get Kratos up to the front here. He's a motley het albino. Lavender albino. There we go. I try feed him a little bit less than the females because he is a male. Close up and so on and so forth. So those are the retics done. Sorry about the camera work. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna feed the rest of the snakes off the camera. What I'm gonna do, oh, hang on a second. Okay, so she's still busy. So guys, what? Let me get this camera up so that I can be in the screen here. I'm gonna try and explain here. One of the things with retics and feeding, okay, never ever use your hands. If you saw that first one there, she jumped out and she missed. Okay, it could have easily been my arm. And when it's feeding mode and they can smell the rat, they grab onto your arm and they coil. Man, you have got a problem. Okay. Practice ethical feeding, please, guys. When I say ethical feeding, look, and for videoing and camera purposes, I obviously try to get the snakes to come a little bit closer. Normally, I would just offer it right up, but they're hanging around the water bowl, which is now empty. They're cooling. It's winter. They want to cool. They're building up follicles because they want to breed. Okay, you can see that water bowl is empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for her to start consuming her rodent. Once she's busy consuming, I'm going to grab the water bowl, clean it out, put fresh water in, and do that for all of them. Okay. Always use a stick. Guys, a bite from a retic is not pleasant. First of all, they're strong as hell. It's not just the bite that hurts you, okay? Once they grip onto you, they will use their entire body to wrap around every part of, depending on how long the snake is, around your entire body. They'll wrap around your arm and then, wrap around your waist, may even wrap around your neck, okay? And the whole time you got a problem now because when that snake is bitten onto you, let's say just gets on you on the forearm, okay? Rows and rows of serrated teeth pointing backwards. You cannot rip you can't pull it off, okay? The only way, not the only way, there are a couple of ways to get the retic to stop biting you, okay? Number one, if you do have any hand sanitizer or mouthwash, I don't know why you would have mouthwash in your snake facility, but if you do, I've got a bathroom in my snake facility, but I don't have mouthwash. I've got a shower and a basin and a toilet. There's no mouthwash. But what I do have, hand sanitizer. Now, they hate the taste of hand sanitizer. So if you get bitten, just keep calm. It's going to be painful. You go get your hand sanitizer and squirt some in the retic's mouth. Right where it's biting you. 9 times out of 10, it's going to let go. Okay? When it lets go, make sure that you are in a position. You're probably going to have call for help if you're on your own. You got to grab it behind the head and push forward. And you got to hold that head. And now, that snake, you must understand, is in eating mode. Hunting, eating mode. It's in a completely different level now. Okay? It's a killer. Now it's wrapped around you. So you've got the head, and now you're going to have to unwrap it from your arm because it's coiled. It might be a 10, 12, 15-foot retic. Okay? You're probably going to need the help of somebody else to start uncoiling from the tail all the way while you hold this retic. Okay. If the snake does not let go, with the hand sanitizer, and if you're close to a tap, a basin, a sink where you can put on hot water, put the hot water on and let it get hot, as hot as it can get, and put your arm underneath so that the water is going onto the snake's head. Most of the time it'll let go. All right. All else fails. People laugh at me when I tell them this method. They really, really do. They laugh at me when I tell them this method, but I promise you it works. And I'll tell you why it works. If you've been watching my channel, I've mentioned a couple of times, some of you will know, I used to be a game ranger. Okay. So here in South Africa, very, very common python is the African rock python. Okay. See them in the bush often. I'm no longer a game ranger. I'm 48, 49 in 2 months' time. I'm getting old now. I was a game ranger in my early 20s. A snake has only got 2 types of, a non-venomous snake, a constrictor. 2 ways of attacking you. Okay. Firstly, it bites you, which it latches on, and then it constricts you. Okay. But that's it. It can do nothing else. Once it's bitten you and it's constricting you, it's got no arms, no legs, no claws or talons or anything like that. That's it. Just a long, narrow, or thick snake, very, very sharp teeth, very, very powerful muscles. Okay, so it's wrapped around you. In the wild, when a snake is eating a prey, we all know it takes ages. Okay, well, look, she's eating a rat, so it's not taking her ages. Okay, she's demolishing that quickly because it's a small rat. I'm going to give her another one now. But the big one there, it'll take a while. Good, a good sized prey will take a snake half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour to get down. That is when they are at their most vulnerable. Now, in Africa, other animals are opportunists, especially jackals, hyenas, things like that, okay? Honey badgers. I'm sure you guys have seen videos of honey badgers taking on lions even, all right? When a snake, any type of snake, African rock python or whatever, is eating and is consuming its meal, that is usually, and if another animal sees that is a hunter, a predator, like let's say a jackal, for example, it will come and start attacking the snake. Because it knows its mouth is occupied. It can't do anything else. In order to defend itself, it has to let go of whatever it's eating to turn and bite the predator that is now attacking it. That predator is attacking it because it wants to eat the snake. Okay, jackals, hyenas, and all they eat the snake. Snake's food, snake's prey. Even an African rock python. So that is when a snake is at its most vulnerable. So getting back to what I was saying about, so what will normally happen is they'll start biting at the tail, biting at the body, and the snake will start, if it hasn't got too far, will let go of the prey and turn and strike and start defending itself. If it's already got some of the prey down, whatever it's eating, it'll regurge what it's eating and turn around and strike, okay? Because it's only got its body. Sorry, it's only got its mouth and its body, but its body's getting attacked. But it cannot use its body until it's gripped onto something. Then it can coil its body around whatever it's gripping and constrict it. So that is a little trick we learned. And the snake bites you can't get it off in any way, shape, or form. You go to the tip of the tail. Yes, I'm going to tell you the truth. You bite it, okay? But not like you're a jackal or a honey badger or a hyena that wants to eat it, like to draw blood and kill it and eat it and consume it, okay? But you bite it just hard enough so that it thinks it's getting attacked, it feels it's getting attacked, and it's going to get eaten itself, in which case it'll let go your arm immediately. It's not a rodent, it's not something it's already starting to digest. All it's just got a grip on your arm, okay? You can't get it to let go. So you bite the tail, but make sure, guys, because I promise you that this works 10 times out of 10. I have had to do it, okay? You bite the tail and you make sure that your other hand is ready to grab that snake's head, because the moment you bite that tail, you got to give it a fairly decent bite, eh? It'll let go of your arm and immediately turn to strike at your face where you are biting. So you have to grab that snake's head as fast as possible. Pull it away and unravel the snake, put it back in its enclosure, go get medical attention because you'll be pretty bloodied up. Okay. Right. This girl looks like she's ready for another rat. Why don't we give her one while we're on camera? She could have had a rabbit today. She's going to come quick. She's ready. She's hungry. Here we go, my sweetheart. Okay, so 2 rats for her instead of a rabbit. I don't like doing multiple feeding. I don't like to feed 2 prey items. I like to feed 1 big prey item, but as I say, I ran out of rats. I ran out of rabbits. Okay, so guys, that's it. He and she have eaten. They done. That one's done. That's still consuming, still hungry. You can see she still wants to eat down at the bottom there. My tiger lavender albino. This is Tallulah. She's probably a good 12 feet long now. Beautiful snake, stunning snake. This is Gabriella. She's a golden child purple albino. Also an absolute stunner of a snake. This one is amazing. She's awesome. She's got one of the most wonderful personalities. This girl here as well, she was my very first retic. She has been a bit grumpy of late. I don't know why. I think it's because it's coming up to breeding season, and they start getting a little fusty when it starts getting breeding season. I'm not breeding the retics this year. I actually just got off the phone with a friend of mine who said to me, breed. He's got clients in Joburg that want. I still may pair up these 2 girls here to my motley het albino and make some motley tiger albinos, or motley tiger het albinos, and some motley golden child albinos, or motley het golden child albinos, whatever comes up. I'll only pair up 2. I won't pair her up yet. I want her to wait another year. She's a lavender albino het genetic stripe. I'm actually trying to find a genetic stripe male for her. Guys, on that note, that's it. I'm pretty sure you've seen enough. I got to try and get my way into those enclosures there, because once a retic is eaten, they consume a lot of water, guys. So make sure, okay, they are in hunting mode now. They want to eat and everything. So I'm going to have to do some special maneuvering. I'm going to have to use this hook and my other snake hook, try and coax the snake on the one side of the enclosure, grab the tub, go and fill it up, put it back in, and do all of this without getting bitten, because they would eat again. Okay, and then I'm going to feed now. I'm going to feed the two Dumerals bows, but I'm not going to leave that off camera. This video's gone on too long. Guys, do it! Hit like and subscribe. North Coast Constrictors at your service. Willing to give you any information you want. Please drop comments below. Ask questions. Doesn't matter how stupid you think they may be. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. If you don't know about keeping and breeding retics, and you're thinking about getting your first one, let me know and whatever, and I can talk you through it. First suggestion, don't just buy a retic if it's your first snake. This is an advanced snake. Start off with something like a ball python, then work your way up to something like a Dumeral's boa. When you're very, very comfortable with that, then get yourself a juvenile retic, okay? A juvenile. Do not go for a yearling. Do not buy a fully grown retic. You need to let that juvenile grow up with you, and you need to be confident in handling that snake. So that's just the first bit of advice I can give you about keeping retics, okay? I have been bitten a few times, not a lot, and I should have been bitten a lot more, but I'm very, very careful about what I do, and the only time I've ever been bitten is if I've been careless, and not because the snake has been aggressive, but has mistaken me for food. Guys, on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell while I carry on feeding the rest of my beautiful snakes here. We will see you on the next video. Cheers for now.